What eventually disappeared and no one noticed? 3D television. Shame in politics. Politicians used to resign in disgrace if caught taking bribes. Toys in cereal boxes. Fireflies aka lightning bugs. I live rural and I used to see hundreds on a warm summer night. Now I get excited if I see just one. I mentioned it to other people who live in the same area as I do and they were just like, huh. Yeah, you're right. *edit. Lightning bugs. Also, thank you for the awards. My favorite illegal streaming websites. Reddit live streams. Remember that guy with a guitar in your feed? He disappeared a long time ago but you didn't even notice it. I never see swarms of monarch butterflies anymore. Somewhere along the way 9 to 5 turned into 8 to 5. Someone answering the phone at businesses. Gaming consoles at McDonald's. Kinda surprised I haven't seen this one yet. But Ronald McDonald. You remember the old clown everywhere in and around McDonald's commercials and stores? Gone. Phased out when that clown scare prank trend was going around. TV bumpers. There used to be a little sequence between the show and commercials. Some of them were really interesting and creative. I think my generation remembers the wand IDs on the Disney Channel, where a Disney celeb would use a wand to make the logo. There were also bumpers that were PSAs or other actual content. Edit. Yes, I watched that documentary on YouTube. It's amazing. Everyone go to Defunctland's channel and watch the one on the Disney Channel jingle. Just trust me. Don't look up spoilers. Those rubber bands shaped like things that you wore on your wrists. We're in the process of full-size can of Arizona teas for $1.99 disappearing. I'm seeing a lot of places starting to carry the smaller plastic bottles for $1.99 or the larger plastic bottles for more. I'm honestly surprised that they've lasted for this long at the same price. A common pop culture, in the US. At least. Until at least the 80s. Most people watched the same TV show. Saw the same movies. Listened to the same music. Could recite the same commercial slogans or jingles. Bought into the same fads. I don't know when it happened. But now we are all siloed into highly specific subcultures. Having many family photographs in homes. Not completely gone. But homes used to be plastered in them. The only times I really notice them is in homes of older people. People fainting when something unexpected happens. And people carrying smelling salts for just such an occasion. It's so 19th century. Being able to buy software products etc. without needing a monthly subscription for fucking everything. Edit. For all the "oh yes we noticed" comments. I get it. It wasn't an instantaneous thing. But I'm still salty about it. Thank you for your input though. The foil wrapper on chocolate bars. Corporate pensions. 30 years ago. It was a standard benefit. 401 kiloseconds turned out to be an excuse for corporations to junk pensions. Girls Gone Wild. Or maybe it's just because I don't really watch Comedy Central anymore. Plasma TVs. I had one and it died after we all watched an intervention marathon during COVID. TV repair shops. Now that you mention it. It used to be a guy behind a counter with electronic guts all over the place. He'd give you a ticket and you had to listen to the radio for a week or two. Those god-awful Chevy commercials with the real people. Not actors. One day. I realized I hadn't seen one in a while and it was almost as if they'd never existed. Except I knew they had. Man. I hated those damn things. Tayo Cruz. Privacy in your daily life. That Ghislaine Maxwell case. It's actually so insane to me that everyone was screaming "save the children" and then eventually no one cared anymore. Fidget spinners. Blimps. Helium is expensive and drones can do some of their missions. Good value for price at restaurants. Restaurants have quietly reduced portion sizes since COVID without restoring them. Noodles & Company, along with many others, advertise large portions like pre-pandemic but only give to-go sizes even when dining in. All for a higher price. Dinosaurs. Didn't even make the news. Our need to know who our neighbors are. I listened to a podcast about human interaction recently, and the host said that the internet slowly made it possible to live without knowing who the people are next door. It used to be that we would hang out with people in our street or attend dinners, birthdays, and whatnot. Now, everyone seems to have no need to even so much as introduce themselves. The only time we do get to know each other is if we have a complaint. Longevity in careers. This is a big one nobody seems to have said. Longevity in careers has largely gone away. People used to get a job and after being there for decades reap the benefits of being seasoned employees, higher salaries and better perks. Maybe it's because I work in the entertainment industry. But I feel that longevity in careers has gone away. Meaning, people can be amazing at a job. But after 5+ years the employers start wondering if they could be doing better with a younger, cheaper candidate for the job. I understand if you ever want to move up in a workplace they expect you to bring your A game. But 30+ years of being incredible is hard. Some years will be better than others. And if employers don't have loyalty to their employees anymore, it is likely the good employee will be fired or let go at some point. I feel like in recent decades this has forced many people who normally wouldn't to switch careers. Can someone work successfully up the ladder at any job without having to shift to another company for a promotion? A combination of employers halting upward movement of their staff while they look for new employees to fill higher roles, and the fact that they get bored of their seasoned employees has largely killed the idea of anyone having a single career. I guess Game of Thrones is dead. Nobody talks about it at all anymore. I've never watched it, but all I heard was got that until the final season. Yet to this day people still love and adore shows like Breaking Bad and Friends, The Sopranos, etc. Was got that disappointing? The outrage over net neutrality. Gum with sugar. The majority of chewing gum is sugar-free. Pay phones. Color from the world. Everything is becoming grayscale. Look at commercial buildings and fast food buildings. McDonald's used to look fun and exciting. Now they're all gray and boring. Edit. In my area, we had the funnest looking McDonald's by the Dallas Zoo. And now it's being renovated, for whatever reason, to look like a standard gray-colored McDonald's. No fun. Sobe drinks. I don't know. I didn't notice. Reminds me of a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy quote. You know, said Arthur, it's at times like this, when I'm trapped in a Vogan airlock with a man from Beetlejuice, and about to die of asphyxiation in deep space, that I really wish I'd listened to what my mother told me when I was young. Why? What did she tell you? I don't know. I didn't listen. Saturday morning cartoons. Panama Paradise Papers. Loads of high-profile people were discovered funneling their taxes through offshore tax havens like the Cayman Islands. I can't believe this isn't the main thing we hear about every day in MSM. The culture wars are a distraction from the top. 0.001% robbing the world blind. Coney 2012. CD, DVD drives and laptops. Postcards. And not just in the usual places, like museum gift shops and tourist traps. There was once a time when you could buy at any truck stop or roadside motel a postcard of the small town you were driving through. But not anymore. No point when you can just text your friends a photo. Stupid curved televisions. Audio cassette tape pulled out and tangled in the shrubs of a strip mall. It was the gold standard parking lot decoration of the 90s. L33T speak. I can't even nail down the decade it disappeared. Refrigerators that would last 30 years instead of 6 years. Edit. Just to piss everybody off more about this. Refrigerators are mostly non-recyclable. So a fake. They just end up in a landfill. The metal outer cabinet and the plastic liner are foamed together and can't be reasonably recycled. And the compressor is full of nasty oil that's usually burned and acidic by the time the refrigerator dies. Lobster tanks in grocery stores. Not that I particularly want them back. But those are nostalgic AF. Attention spans. My penis as my belly grew. Looked down one day and was like, "Where'd ya go, lil fella?" Phone books. Strangely enough. Worms on sidewalks. There used to be these spicy root beer flavored gummy candies that were shaped like mugs with a foam topping, not the hard root beer barrels. And I haven't met anyone who even remembers them. Barb from Stanger Things. Murder hornets. They showed up. Everyone went, yeah, that's about par for the course. Then they disappeared without a trace. I haven't heard a lick about Bieber since at least lockdown. The question is a paradox. Grandfather clocks. It was almost a must-have decor. My company in the 80s gave it as a gift to employees for their 10th anniversary. Completely paid for benefits by corporations for employees. Livable wages. 10 years ago, you could work a min-wage job, maybe a couple bucks more, and still afford a one-bedroom apartment while living a pretty chill life. My goal as a kid was simple. Make $60K a year and get a nice little apartment. Have savings and live happy. Here I am making $80K a year and renting a room that costs as much as a full apartment used to cost. Paying for a tank of gas that used to cost me almost half as much. Paying for food for a week that costs as much as my mom used to get on food stamps for the whole month. Everyone accepts this nowadays as life. I'm over here still hoping some huge market crash happens and everything resets to an okay economy. Edit. Spelling. Chuck Norris. Last I hear of him, he had infected COVID. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.